Okay, so now, Trump's indictment. Trump is supposed to turn himself in. His arraignment is on Tuesday. And I'm grateful that in this situation, they unsealed his case. They unsealed his file so people can read what really is going on behind the scenes of this investigation, what they found, what the federal government has found, and all of that. Because what happens is, typically, they make these statements, but then they don't open the file, and then so people start making all these wild allegations, and these wild allegations make no sense at all, especially to Trump supporters and things like that, because they just want to defend him because they like him. It has nothing to do with the law. They're just defending him because they like him, and I understand that. There's people that I like. Trump's not my favorite, but I'm not anti-Trump. I'm just for the law. So let's get into it. So here's my question to you. If Trump broke the law, is that okay with you? I know you're fans of Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the president of the United States, and he has a great following and all of that. But if the man broke the law, are you okay with it? If I break the law, I've got to be punished or have to deal with the courts. If you break the law, you're going to be punished. You have to deal with the courts. If Donald Trump breaks the law, he's going to be punished. And he's got to deal with the courts. But here's the thing. He was the former president. He's going to get some breaks. It's not fair. It's just what it is. But here's the thing. If the man has to do time, because he's got 34 counts, 38 counts, and some of these things carry some heavy penalties. If he has to do time for some of that, are you okay with it? That's what I'm wondering. Because a lot of Americans, they swear by two different things. They swear allegiance to the Constitution, then they swear allegiance to Trump. They're not the same thing. Donald Trump is not the government. He was a president and he worked for the government, but his time is done. When he broke these laws, he was no longer working for the government. And he's no longer in control of the government. He is not the government. He is not our democracy. He was just a participant in it for a time, as many presidents have been. But here's the thing. We get it confused. Like he's an authoritarian. Like he's a dictator or something. He's not. He's a regular guy now. If he breaks the law, he could possibly go to jail. Well, he's got 34 counts against him right now. If they prove any one of those, he's got to deal with that. But I'm wondering, are you okay with it? Because we have this divide, this Democrat, this Republican, this liberal thing. I'm not about any of that. What I'm about is the law. I'm about the Constitution. And some of you guys have got to get back into the Constitution and what the Constitution actually means and what it actually says. Some of you guys are loyal to this particular president or that particular president. Has nothing to do with anything. You can vote for whoever you want to. But the fact is, we all have to live among the law, and we all have to live under the Constitution. I know what powerful people can do and have done, right or wrong, to millions of people, even through the government, what we love called the government. Even to our own countrymen, even to our own veterans, we have to deal with the government. And the government has not treated everyone fairly. It rarely does. But what I'm saying is there's law for a reason, and we got to get back to dealing with the law. Okay? You don't have to like that. It's just true. If you run a red light and you get pulled over by the authorities, you got to deal with the law. You got to deal with the courts. That's how that works. Same thing with classified documentations for a president. Donald Trump's got to deal with the law. How do you feel about that? Are you going to be okay if they go knock on Donald Trump's door and arrest a man and take him to jail? Are you going to be okay, or are you going to fall apart? Are you going to fall apart? Are you going to fall into the abyss and never come out because one man broke the law? You got to understand also, he was not the president when he broke these laws. He was no longer president. He's not the president now. He can't wipe his sins away like he used to be able to do. He's an ordinary guy like me and you now. So he's got to deal with the courts the same way we'd have to deal with the courts. The good thing is Donald Trump's got a load of money. He can make it rain, right? We can't do that. So at least he's got money on his side. We don't have that. What do you think?